Hello folks, welcome back to my channel. In this exercise I want to do a quick demonstration of flat brush artwork using gouache. A flat brush artwork is a really interesting approach for painting objects and for really interesting artwork. It's because when you use flat brush you can really create a loose painting sort of effect. So if you look at these four examples, you can see I do not really have any smooth edges, and you can clearly see the brush strokes here. However, when you do this kind of art and you use this approach consistently for your painting, you get to develop your own style, and it looks a lot more painterly than regular artwork where a lot of people think about and pay a lot of attention to creating smooth lines and trying to hide your brush strokes. In this approach, you don't have to do it. So one of the most important things that I want to highlight is that use a really big brush, and that could help you to create painterly, loose kind of artwork if you handle your brush carefully. So to draw these four apples, I'm using this brush. So if you look at the object size and the size of the brush, as you can see, it's a significantly large. It's a quite wide brush. So I will be using this brush for all of these objects, and to do things like this stem, I'm using this brush. And this brush itself is not tiny. So that's one of the main things. Find a big brush, and that will help you to do interesting artwork. So number two is that get a rough sketch. Do a rough sketch using pencils, for example. I used color pencils here, and work from dark areas to light areas. So in this exercise, what I'm going to do is I start working with really dark areas in the object, and then work backwards. Start here with the dark area and then introduce a lighter value again, and the last thing I work on when I paint this object is basically applying this white area. So one thing interesting about gouache is that unlike watercolor, you get to use the white color, and that helps you to really highlight the shadows and also shiny areas in the objects that you draw. So for example here, in this apple, you can clearly see these white spots, these tiny brush strokes. They can elevate the quality of your work so much. So I'm using Himi gouache in this exercise. So this is the gouache set I'm using. So I'm not using a lot of colors. I'm using this dark red and also the yellow color right here, and I use a bit of brown and blue to create shadows. I mix the colors and make sure that I create really dark colors. So this is where I start. Dark red, maroon kind of, really dark brownish red. So this is a little bit of red, brown and green. And then for shadows, I'm using brown and blue with the bit of red color. And for lighter areas, I use orange. So it's red and yellow mixed, and I use a little bit of yellow color to highlight these areas too. So that's the colors I'm using, and let's get started. Thanks folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. So please give it a try. I find these kind of exercises really enjoyable. So rather than trying to create a full complete painting, it is really useful to do this kind of exercise, especially because you get to repeat the technique. So one thing I suggest is that rather than just painting one object, drawing one object and moving to the next, it would be useful to find the same object but from different angles and apply the colors parallel. So for example, when I did this, I had all 4 objects sketched, but these 4 objects, although they are apples, as you can see, the lights are coming from different angles, the shadows are in different areas, the direction is not the same. So this is a dynamic exercise, but you get to draw the same object. So please give it a go and let me know how it works. Thanks very much.